Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Continue to read Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 18. Lord Balaram slays the demon Pralamba. Text 27 should be today, no? 26th was day before yesterday, I believe. No? Somebody knows? Anyway. 27 today. 26th. Okay, we will finish the chapter today, so I will read all the verses and commentaries till the end, and then we will chant together the last verse of the chapter. Tam udvahan dharanidharendra gauravam mahasuro vigatarayo nijam vapuh sa asthitah purata parichhado babhav Tadid human Udupati but Ivam Buddha. As the great demon carried Balaram, the Lord became as heavy as massive Mount Sumeru, and Pralamba had to slow down. He then resumed his actual form, an effulgent body that was covered with golden ornaments and that resembled a cloud, flashing with lightning and carrying the moon, purport. Here the demon Pralamba is compared to a cloud, his golden ornaments to lightning within that cloud, and Lord Balaram to the moon shining through it. Great demons can assume various forms by exerting their mystic power, but when the Lord's spiritual potency curtails their power, they can no longer maintain an artificial form and must again manifest their actual demoniac body. Lord Balarama suddenly became as heavy as a great mountain, and although the demon tried to carry him high on his shoulders, he could not go on. Next verse. Nirikshatat vapuralam ambare charat pradipta drik bhru kuti tatogra damshtrakam jvalat shikham kataka kirita kundala tvishad bhutam haladhara ishat atrasat. When Lord Balaram, who carries the plow weapon, saw the gigantic body of the demon as he moved swiftly in the sky, with his blazing eyes, fiery hair, terrible teeth reaching toward his scowling brows, and an amazing effulgence generated by his armlets, crown, and earrings, the Lord seemed to become a little frightened. Purport. Shiva Sanatana Goswami explains Lord Baladeva's so-called fear as follows. Balarama was playfully acting out the role of an ordinary cowherd boy, and to maintain the mood of this pastime, he appeared slightly disturbed by the horrible demoniac body. Also, because the demon had appeared as a cowherd boyfriend of Krishna's, and because Krishna had accepted him as a friend, Baladeva was slightly apprehensive about killing him. Balarama could also have been worried that since this coward boy was actually a demon in disguise, at this very moment another such demon might have been attacking Lord Krishna himself. Thus the omniscient and omnipotent Supreme Lord Balaram exhibited the pastime of becoming slightly nervous in the presence of the horrible demon Pralamba. Next verse. Adhagata smritir abhaya ripum balo vihaya sardham iva harantam atmanah rushahanat shirasi dridhena mushtina suradhipo girim iva vajraranghasa. Remembering the actual situation, the fearless Balaram understood that the demon was trying to kidnap him and take him away from his companions. The Lord then became furious and struck the demon's head with his hard fist, just as Indra, the king of the demigods, strikes a mountain with his thunderbolt weapon. Purport. Lord Balarama's powerful fist came crashing down upon the demon's head, just as a huge lightning bolt comes crashing into a mountain, cracking its stone surface into pieces. The words Vihaya Sartham Iva may also be divided Vihaya Sa Artham Iva, meaning that the demon was flying in the sky on the cosmic path, Vihayas, with the purpose of carrying off Balaram, who was his Artham, or object of pursuit. Saahatah sapadi visirnamastako mukhatvaman rudhiram apasmrito surah maharavam vyasur apatat samirayan giriryadha maghavata ayudhahatah. Thus smashed by Balarama's fist, Pralamba's head immediately cracked open. The demon vomited blood from his mouth and lost all consciousness, and then with a great noise he fell lifeless on the ground, like a mountain devastated by Indra. Drishtva Pralambam nihatam balena balashalina gopaksu vismita asan sadhu sadviti vadinah. The cowherd boys were most astonished to see how the powerful Balarama had killed the demon Pralamba, and they exclaimed, "Excellent, excellent!" Now this verse, last one. Oh, no, it's... Yeah, not the last one. Ashisho higrinantastam prashasham sus tat arhanam pretyagatam ivalingya prema vihvala chetasah. They offered Balaram profuse benedictions and then glorified him who deserves all glorification. Their minds overwhelmed with ecstatic love, they embraced him as if he had come back from the dead. Now it's the last verse, 32nd, and we will chant it together. Pape pralambe nihate devah parama nirvritah abhaya varshan balam malyaihi shashamsuhu sadhu sadhu iti. Pape pralambe nihate, pape pralambe nihate, devah paramanirvritah, devah paramanirvritah, abhyavarshan balam malyaih, abhyavarshan balam malyaih, shashamsuh sadhu sadviti, shashamsuh sadhu sadviti. Pape pralambe nihate, devah paramanirvritah, abhyavarshan balam malyaih, shashamsuh sadhu sadviti. Pape pralambe nihate, devah paramanirvritah, pape pralambe nihate, devah paramanirvritah, abhyavarshan balam malyaih, shashamsuh sadhu sadviti. Pape pralambe nihate, Devah Paramanirvritah Abhyavarshan Balam Malyai Shashamsu Sadhu Sadhviti. Mataji's Pape Pralambe Nihate Devah Paramanirvritah Abhyavarshan Balam Malyai Shashamsu Sadhu Sadhviti. Pape, the sinful, Pralambe, Pralambasura, Nihate, being killed, Devaha, the demigods, Parama, extremely, Nirvritah, satisfied, Abhyavarshan, showered, Balam, Lord Balarama, Malyaihi, with flower garlands, Shashamsuhu, they offered prayers, Sadhu Sadhu iti, crying, excellent, excellent. Translation. The sinful Pralamba having been killed, the demigods felt extremely happy, and they showered flower garlands upon Lord Balarama and praised the excellence of his deed. Thus ends the purpose of the humble servants of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to the 10th canto, 18th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Lord Balarama Slays the Demon Pralamba. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swamini Chinamine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Chinamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, finally, this Pralambasura showed what was his real form, because initially he presented himself as one of cowardly boys, but but it became obvious in the course of time that he is a demon, and today we read that Balaram, at the end, of course, he killed because he is a Supreme Personality of Godhead, and there is no problem for him to kill anyone. But it's interesting that initially, as we read today, he was kind of in fearful condition when, we can imagine this picture. They was playing, boys playing, and they put each other on the shoulders and running here and there, and this as if, I don't know, Madhusudana rides on Padmanabha's shoulders, and then suddenly Padmanabha, starts to transform into some, big, huge monster, sharp teeth coming out, and eyes like moons, and what Madhusudana should feel like. Of course, he will be scared. What's going on? Padmanabha was here, and nothing expected of such kind of things, and suddenly, demon under you, and what to do. So Balarama was, although he is a Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he was initially confused and afraid, like, what's going on? And Acharyas explained that they give different reasons why he acted in this way. First of all, is that he was completely absorbed into these childhood pastimes, and he is a child. I mean, Balaram, from our point of view, he is a supreme personality of Godhead. Bhagavan as Krishna, but from Vrindavan point of view, he is an elder brother of Krishna, and he's a small boy. They playing. So, as we said, like it's the same as, we can imagine, like example with Madhusudan, Padmanabha. I mean, we can imagine it's something like this happens. No, I mean, anyone except Atmaramas, they will be scared. So that's first point. Another point is that Krishna use his internal potency on Balaram to put him into this kind of illusion, so that Balaram will go high to the moon. That was the desire of Krishna. Like previously, we was reading about Trinavarta, and one of the reasons why this Lila happened when Krishna was taken by Trinavarta and he ran to the sky as a huge, what is the word, like wind kind of entity. It's because Krishna wanted to fly. He wanted to go high. I mean, child sometimes they want to jump, they want to crumble somewhere, to jump from high place. So that was the desire of Krishna, to go high. That's why Trinavarta came, and that's why all this happened. Now also Krishna wanted Balaram to go high. So that's why because the point is that if Balarama was not in illusion, then immediately he would kill this demon. Immediately, I mean, he started to grow demon, but no demon. But because he was bewildered, that allows demon to grow big and to bring Balaram up to the moon. So that's the second reason. And another point why Balaram was as if afraid is because this demon, Pralamba, he took shape of one cowherd boy who that day stays at home. He was sick or something. So it was as if, as I said, Padmanabha. I mean, it's known, it's not some, just some cowherd boy. It was some particular cowherd boy whom everybody knew, and at first he was thinking, I mean, maybe that's a cowherd boy and I will commit some, offense because, I mean, it's our friend, maybe something happened with him, who knows. But then he remembered that Krishna kills Putana, and she was a woman, and Krishna kills Vatsasura, and he was a calf. So, okay, I mean, after that he was more determined to kill this demon. And one more reason is that he was fearful because he was thinking that maybe one more demon near Krishna right now, also in disguise of some Sakha, and maybe Krishna in danger right now, so he was fearful about this. And then all his doubts was removed. It's described in Vishnu Puran that there was kind of interaction between Balaram and Krishna. So in this situation, Balaram asked Krishna what to do. And Krishna gives the whole kind of prayers to Balaram. He is telling that you are Sarvatma, you are soul of everything, you control of everything. When lifespan of the universe is finished, everything comes into you, and then again everything comes from you. It's very nice prayers he gives. And conclusion is that he tries to Balaram to remember that he is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that he can very easily kill this demon. And at the end, Balarama, immediately struck the demon, and as we read here, his head was blown up, and I mean, immediately he fell down and was dead. So that was Acharya was telling about this lila in more detail, which, I mean, interesting details, and I want to discuss subject which connected directly with the personality of Pralambasara, because today chapter was finished, so we can make a, how to say, conclusion, what's happened, what we can get from this description, especially from description of this demon. So Pralambasura, according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he, because in Chaitanya Shikshamrita, Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives list of demons from Krishna Lila, and he compares each demon with certain anartha. Pralambasura, he compares to lusty inclinations, desire for personal gain and honor. And how he was acting, Pralamba. He was acting as a devotee, but his motive was to bring chaos and destroy into community. He wanted to kill Krishna and Balaram, but then he saw Krishna, he thought, oh no, Krishna is too strong for me. First I need to bring out Balaram, then without Krishna I can easily kill him. So his intention was demoniac, although he was externally as if one of eternal associates of Krishna. So in Bhakti Sandarbha is described that there are persons whom Jiva Goswami called achikitya, means crooked, or those who cannot be rectified. Means he listed cases why bhakti doesn't give results, doesn't make effect on those who practice them. And one of these cases is this achikitya case, means person externally acting as if he worships Guru, as if he worships Krishna, Bhagavan, but internally he have no respect for anyone. He is on his own and he have some material desires, like here Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentioned that this Pralamba, he represents desire for honor, for gain personal. So a person acts in such a way, externally as a devotee, to get something from devotees, from ISKCON, from devotees, from sadhu. Why? I mean, there are other cases also, like bhakti, means devotee is not serious about his practice, he is acting on more lower level than he should do. I mean, it's reasons why bhakti doesn't give result, because the whole point of this chapter in Bhakti Sandarbha is that bhakti can give results very easily. If there is no offenses immediately, even chanting, I mean, any connection with bhakti gives immediate results. And there are plenty of examples Jiva Goswami gives, like, for example, there was two drunkards and they went into the Vishnu temple and they put some clothes on their hands. They was playing like a cuckoo birds. They was, I mean, drunk and, drunk people doing some, strange things. So they was playing like a birds in the temple. But Vishnu understood that they using their body as a flag stocks, like a piece of wood on which you put flag, and this clothes as if a flag. And he considered, and they immediately go to Vaikuntha, because I mean they were drunk or sinful persons, but they did no offenses in this life or in previous to bhakti, and that's why one little connection with bhakti immediately. So, and a lot of such examples, like a mouse was in the temple and she saw a wick with ghee, and she said, "Oh, I will eat it." And she started to eat it, but suddenly some fire came and she started to burn. Means her body started to burn, and she started to run before the altar. And the Lord considered that she is offering herself like a dipa, and immediately also she attained Vaikuntha. So a lot of such cases he cited, and the point is that bhakti gives results immediately. And as much as we don't believe in this, as much we under pressure of offenses, which we are maybe doing right now or we did in our previous lives. And in case with this achikitya, and then he lists all these cases why, groups of practitioners who on whom we don't see the results of bhakti, because bhakti is shubhada, means shubhani prinanam sarva jagatam anuraktata sadgunach sukham ityadin akhyatani manishibhihi. Bhakti gives all good qualities. Everyone is attracted to those who practice in bhakti, and practitioner feels happy, sukham, etc. So all good qualities manifest in those who practice bhakti. But sometimes we see that, in ourselves and in some other, we can see that devotees can practice for years and still these qualities, they not manifest. So why? Because it should be. In some cases, devotees can practice very rigidly, do sadhana externally, but they can behave very badly to the other devotees, to the people in general. Ninda still, dvesha still remains here, although it should be vanquished immediately in connection with bhakti. So Jiva Goswami tells that there are different cases why it can be, and one of these cases it's achikitya, and why it's you can say special, because to this crooked mentality, Lord doesn't give mercy at all. Like to other persons who are like lax in bhakti, commit some offenses, but he's sincere. That's the whole point. Still, devotees and Lord, they will give mercy. From time to time, Krishna will remind us that if we in such a condition, we are not pushing us as we should do. From time to time, Krishna will remind us that wake up. Maya is here. It's material world. You should be more serious. But to this crooked mentality, there will be no such reminders. And example is given is Duryodhana. He was externally at some point of time very, you can say, devoted and favorable to Krishna. Like when Krishna came to him before all these negotiations, before Kurukshetra war, and Duryodhana prepared a lot of palatable food to him, a lot of offerings, but Krishna didn't accept anything from him because he knew that this guy is very crooked. He is not acting to please me or to please my devotees. He actually wants to kill my devotees and he don't care about me. And later it was revealed when, before that also was revealed, but after that, when Duryodhana was attacking Krishna, he was trying to tie him with rope, and then Krishna showed him this universal form, and still Duryodhana was not, he didn't understood that Krishna is Bhagavan. So such kind of mentality. In Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna lists 4 kinds of dushkritina, those who are not pious, those who are not surrendering to me, 4 types of people. One of them is Naradhamas. And Acharyas explained that these Naradhamas, why they lowest of the people? Because they, even after coming in touch with devotional service, they consciously choosing not to practice. So such kind of people, I remember when I met with devotees and start trying to practice Krishna consciousness, also one man joined. We was of the same age, of the same, you can say, social group, so we was quite in friendly relationship, and we was doing harinams, trying to serve this and that. And he was very enthusiastic. He was always, going to harinams, doing some book distribution. We was doing namahatas, and there was some educational programs he was going through, and he knew philosophy well. He was kind of, he was a smart person, and still it is, from a mundane point of view. But then at some point of time, he just collapsed. Start to stop practicing Krishna consciousness and start to make videos that why I'm no longer Krishnaite, why this practice doesn't work, and I've contacted him and start to speak. What's happened, and he told me, I never actually believed that Krishna exists and that this process works, and I thought that also you of the same mentality. I thought that everyone is like me. We just having fun and doing this and that. But then when he realized that his purposes will not be, he will not attain his purposes through Krishna consciousness, because he wanted to enjoy, he have a wife, and all these things. And he just realized, okay, that's not for me. Krishna consciousness is not for me. And that's very typical case of this mentality, of Naradharma mentality. Person came in contact with Krishna consciousness, he went all through Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, but at the end, no right conclusion. He didn't understood that he is a soul, Krishna is Bhagavan, we need to serve him, that's our eternal position. That's why Krishna doesn't receive anything from such persons, and Krishna and devotees doesn't give any mercy to such kind of persons. But for the benefit of others, real devotees and real sadhus, they will illuminate these persons. Like here we can see that because Balaram become very heavy, this Pralambasura, he expressed his real form. So like when Guru becomes really heavy, then Pralambasura in our hearts, he will be shown immediately. And then if we're sincere, we will accept Guru's rectification, and we can act accordingly to his instructions and rectify ourselves from this longing for honor, for material gain. Otherwise, if we will not do so, then we are doomed. So that's the whole point of this term in Achikitya, that these persons, if we don't do anything, even if we see that we have some bad motives and we're doing something for bad reasons in Krishna consciousness, but we are not doing anything with this, we develop in this crooked mentality. And if we will go really far in this, then we will be doomed, because we will not get any mercy from Krishna and from his devotees. Yeah, and Suhotra Maharaj, he was reflecting on this Achikitya case, and once he told that from usually these Achikitya persons, they become heads of new apasampradayas, because they were fixed in their wrong understanding on the level of either achar, vichar or prachar. They have something wrong, either on the level of personal behavior or on the level of understanding philosophical conclusions, or on the level of preaching. They have something wrong, but they don't want to correct themselves. And then as a result, they make new philosophy, they make new practice, and they make new movements. And then we call this apasampradayas. Like what we have right now, it's actual to ISKCON, it's these Ritvik camps. They're very active, they're very enthusiastic, but they're just one of apasampradayas, because their prachar and vichar not based on Shastra. They imagine that there are possibility of some intergalactic Diksha, and they try to, preach this widely, and history is such that at the roots of this movement there are persons who was not sincere. That's the whole point. Hare Krishna. I will finish here. If there are any questions or corrections, please.